A great guess there by Armani, and that's kind of what you expect from him in the PZ.
Yeah.
And you also expect from Debre, which is why we want to see them play each other.
And this is the first game here. We are playing Move, as you guys should know by now. And you know what? Why not just get into it?
Let's just get into it.
Let's just get right on it. I'm curious to see here, as we head into game number 1, map number 1, if Armani is going to try and set up the same playstyle here. If he was very quick against the potted glass game, see if he can, is he going to go for the same style?
Well, there's only one way to find out, Toby.
Ooh, press the magic button.
I pressed.
You know what? In all other esports I've ever worked, they always say caster, stop talk, start game, and we always meme about having the start game button. Here we literally have the start game button.
It's OP. It's OP.
I'm not sure which producer thought it was a good idea to give us this power, but you know what? I'm all for it. And so far, we've been pretty good with it.
Yeah, so far.
Yeah.
Looks like a Bulgaria here, which is also good. We have the Cyrillic there with the blue license plates. The only place you really get that in Europe. Or in Gen 4, I should say, and Debre is locked in, and Armani's locked in, and no points round 1.
It's pretty straightforward. Not too much to talk about here. 138, not gonna matter too much, at least not for now, as we head into game number 2.
Game 2, Armani down to 150 points, and you know, is that maybe a sign to see that we see the same thing we saw with Toponic, where it's just slow and steady?
Yep, exactly. You can't keep letting them chip away at you. All of a sudden, you won't have anything left to play with. Well, we'll see now, as they both start maneuvering around pretty quickly. It seems like Armani has found... Ooh, that's a nice big park. Maybe that can narrow something down.
Essentially, we are going to be in Slovakia.
You know all the parks in Slovakia?
I don't know one park.
If not, then why do you not know all the parks in Slovakia? Well, that's a new YouTube video coming up next week.
Exactly.
Rainbow and all the parks in Slovakia. I'm all for it.
Beautiful thing.
I mean,
beautiful.
There might not be that many. I mean, at least like natural reserves, you know, like big open areas. It might not be too difficult to make a video on.
Sure.
We'll see. If not you, then I'm sure some of the other guys will do it. And that's another thing that I really love about this community. People aren't too secretive. If you know a lot about something, they'll make huge documents on it. They'll do everything they can to share the knowledge with the community and grow together. I think it's phenomenal to come in as kind of the outsider or the newcomer and learn about this. As we see here, lock-in already coming through from Debre, instantly called by Armani, and they're practically on top of one another.
499.
Almost.
17.
Almost there.
17.
A little 17 damage. Never hurt nobody. Well, I mean, kind of did hurt him for 17 damage, but Armani again. We don't want to go back on the same path again.
Can I just say, this next round.
Please
look at this next round, Toby. Should we show them this next round?
We can rock paper now. You know, let's just do it.
Guys, look at this.
I mean,
good lord.
Take a screenshot, everyone.
Make this your lock
This is your screen. Look at the
Can we turn around.
That is.
Look at that.
And you saved the best for last. Look at that mountainside.
Yeah, this is beautiful. This is why you play the game right here.
This is where James Bond villain would put his lair. Like, he would build a massive dungeon in one of these places. That is amazing.
I'm saving this location to go to after this. And okay, by the way, it is Thailand.
We'll go there.
We'll pull up.
We'll take a selfie there.
This should be Southern Peninsula too. We have the snake traps on the poles there.
Hopefully they'll have fixed the road by then. We'll see. Plenty of info to go by if you read Thai.
Phuket, Na.
Going down on the southern side.
So, yep, this is Peninsula.
Okay, as quick as can be. Further towards Crappy it was, but it's not gonna matter too much. 168 again, but once again, go back to it once more. It's Debre winning out.
We spent more time looking at the location than they did, I think.
I mean, yeah, I kind of feel like we did.
Sometimes you just have to appreciate natural beauty.
And you know what? I agree with you. I could not agree more.
Round 4.
Beautiful.
Is that like an Arkansas thing? I think that might be an Arkansas, or at least more common in Arkansas. The black and yellow thingy, but we'll see.
I love how you look at me for answers to Geoguessr things. I'm like, bro, don't look at me. Look at the other guys. I know it's a 50-50, but I don't dare. I don't dare guessing. I don't dare guessing in these. I know that it's what it's all about, guessing and figuring out where to go and how to figure things out. But sometimes it also gets a little bit dangerous when you're sat next to one of the legends themselves.
Do you see Debre? Debre is the kind of guy, or he is. Was it 913? That's not Arkansas. Debre is. He finally gets to use the area code that he learned.
Wait,
he finally gets to use the area codes that he learned. He said, "Wait a second." 913.
Wait a minute.
Kansas City, 913.
Is he figuring out that he was wrong?
No, I think he knows he's right. He knows he's right.
Holding the finger up, going,
no, he doesn't know it.
What? Putting on a show for the fans.
Dere's right.
Oh, he's on point.
Armani's not.
Armani is off by quite a margin, 4.5k damage.
And we were saying, and Debre kept saying in these interviews that he keeps getting games and rounds where he hasn't really been able to use information that he's actually learned. And so it feels good when you finally actually get to use an area code that you learned.
True. Time spent, well paid off here, but for Armani, still looking at the 6,000 health bar of Debre. This is gonna be tough, man. 5 rounds in a row now gone his way.
You know, this is not going to be an easy round 5 either, especially for him. He could see a flawless here.
They are rare.
Game 1.
Few and far between at this level of play, but let's see if somehow Armani can turn this ship around.
Yeah, I was worried he was going to pull in there for a second. He took a walk from Poland to Russia.
As they do. As they do. Casual little stroll down the street.
St. Petersburg lock in here by Armani.
Quick lock. See if he can maybe get Debre a bit scared, but no, Debre goes capital. Should be good with it. Has plenty of time now to figure out if he wants to commit to it as well. Does commit. And, well, it is going to be a round for Armani, but it shouldn't be a lot of points gone his way. As I say that, though, actually, 1,700, pretty decent chunk taken out of Armani's health bar. Oh, sorry, Debre's health bar.
Right back.
These do not get any easier, do they?
They don't. And this is the beauty of the game. It's consistency.
Yep. Sure is.
Debre said, oh, listen, I got it wrong last time. Let me see if I can get it right this time.
At least it's move.
It's move.
Had it not been, then they would have had practically... I mean, obviously, they have plenty to go off of. It's just me with my new Geo eyes not seeing anything.
Southern guess here by Armani in Southern Russia. Solid guess, in my opinion.
Quick guess, too.
Will Debre agree here, as we see? He will not.
He's on the clock. This is huge. We've got 3.5 multipliers. He is getting a little bit closer by the second.
3 seconds, so Toby.
Damage reduced, but who's going to get it? Who's going to be close? Oh,
Debre.
My God, Debre. Once again on point with this one. And that is game 4,000 damage. Armani down. Thought he had him caught off guard early, but Debre took the time, took all 15 seconds, and claimed the win.
Wow. And you know, we might be ahead of schedule. Maybe that being ahead of schedule is just to prep Debre's final interview that will take approximately 2 hours. Just to get us right back.
Oh, that's what it is. That is what it is. He's already now setting up. You can see like right next to his game, he's writing notes for the interview to come. Should he go out and come victorious?
Under 3 times he puts the mic in Oscar's face to ask him a question. Well, that's assuming he wins the next game.
True.
Armani is no move. This is his specialty, and he still has to beat Armani in an NPC if this is the case. So not to discredit Armani.
Not at all.
But Debre is playing well.
Not at all. Armani, I mean, again, played a phenomenal game in the previous 2 against Topodic, but a tough challenge at that. Couldn't bring it home. Now let's head here into game number 2 of 3.
With round 1, this is no move. Debre wins this. He will win the series, and we will leave without an NPC, which would be sad, but we'll see. Round 1 is Philly.
A tuk-tuk and a car to work with. Let's see how satisfied they will be with that.
Let's see. Luzon, it does look like a Luzon tuk-tuk. Does look like a Luzon tuk-tuk, yeah. And this will be approximately 3 seconds before this round ends. I feel like 1, 2, nope, okay.
And regardless, again, round 1, not gonna hurt either. We're looking maybe at single-digit damage here, and a little bit more. That 28 to go as we head on over to round number 2.
Toby, I think we might have done it.
You're kidding me. Have they given us what we wanted? This looks... Okay. Can we... Is there a road sign in it? Oh my God. Oh my God, we're in Denmark.
Can you read that for us? What does that say?
Sættergårdstien.
There you go.
It's the Sætter. I don't know what that is, but it's like a farm road.
Farm road.
And there's a house for sale. Home's one of the big Danish real estate agencies. So they want to sell their house.
Luckily, these people selling their house are actually from Norway, and they use Danish. Or
that's what it is. Yep, exactly. Ooh, we're going north side Fyn, the central island of Denmark, connecting Jutland and Zealand, but it's northern Denmark, and it's so cool they're in the complete opposite part of an entire country, and still it's only 400 damage. Maybe that's why Denmark
moment.
It's not the most exciting map in Geoguessr. I'm just hyped that we got it in. Thank you. Thank you, map makers, for throwing in a Denmark.
Exactly. This is interesting. It looks like we have our first, what was it, Equa? Yeah, our first, poop camp Ecuador.
Yeah.
Usually you,
a lot of foliage once more. What do you go off? It's just trees alone, mountains in the distance.
You have the double guardrail, and you have the Ecuador guardrail, or Ecuador bollards, and the double yellow chevrons. Yeah.
Yep.
The double guardrail is a big hit, and Debre's closer there.
It's 1 second. You can see Armani, he really, every single time he goes for like the 2 seconds insta-plunk.
Yeah.
He hopes that now I got him, now I can catch him off. There's not enough info here for him to get what he wants. And Debre he does not get pushed.
Nope.
Same thing with Topodic. I feel like Armani maybe needs to change up his playstyle a bit and spend a bit more time to figure things out, because
could be the case.
He's close, but these guys are just, they'll take it 15 seconds any day of the week.
Exactly. Close, but no CR. This is Geoguessr.
Yeah, I mean, once again, the big brain info coming out from Rainfall.
Me win Geoguessr.
It sure is.
That's why I'm here, man. Just tell people that this is the game of Geoguessr.
In case they were confused.
Exactly. This looks like...
Which I hope you aren't.
Slovakia. Both players. This is going to be a 2-round, I think. A 2-second round. We'll see. Armani says, actually, I'll take my time. No, I won't.
Right in the middle. But finally, a quick pick that does work out in favor of Armani. While it might not be a lot of damage, at least it's something going his way in terms of the momentum. But you can see Armani still, I mean, there's just the look on his face. It could just be a full focus mode, but he still doesn't look too satisfied with what's going on.
It's still anyone's game.
It really is. It really is.
I'm not just saying that to build hype either. That's like genuinely the case.
It's one good guess here from either one of the two, even with a decent guess from the other, because we have 3 times multiplier now. This game could completely upset. Ooh, basketball.
I mean,
needs a little.
You have not very much room to.
I was gonna say if you miss here, you have to jump a fence in order to get it.
Practice his mid range, I guess.
It's layups only.
Yeah, literally.
Yep. Fair. That's all you get to do. We'll see how much they appreciate this basketball hoop, and pretty much nothing else to work with. As I say, there are plenty of mountains in the background, of course.
Yeah, mountains and architecture.
Beautiful landscape.
Illy, zoom in here by Armani. See where Debre does end up going.
I love that even when we don't get a street sign, we get one on the ground. But hope, no. Slovenia, that's where we're going. It has fooled me before, and it fools them here as well. 760 damage again. It's small chips. As you can see, Debre going, what?
Fun fact about that basketball goal. That was Luka Doncic. It's Luka's just out over there grinding over there in Slovenia.
Must have been. Armani still vibing with the music, playing his 400 albums at the same time, trying to figure out which one is going to give him the upper hand in the battle to come. Round 6.
Round 6. This looks like a fun one. I'll leave them to do the guessing here, but it looks like...
I like them when you don't know them.
Yeah,
those are the best to me, because that knows that that makes for a bigger chance that this one is going to be a big point game.
Yeah, sometimes you get freebies. This one's kind of you maybe get there in the end, but you have to kind of use your noggin, as I would like to say.
This might also then be one of those where you get the quick picks, because he just got like gut feeling pick, and then hope that the other guy spends too much time, maybe overthinks and second guesses themselves. Quickly, Mexico log in.
Yeah, Mexico makes sense. Yeah, it's either like Mexico or Colo or something like that, but presumably just Mexico here. And we see a Philippines guess here.
This is game.
This is game.
3.5 multiplier. It's game for you.
I think it's actually Colo, but we'll see.
Who comes out victorious? We are in Venezuela, no Colombia.
There's no one's game.
They were both too far off. It wasn't meant to be. They were both too far off. The distances were wide enough, but... wow.
But, I mean, still. It's
the fact that you can pick that far off and still be in, I mean, I think Armani has got to be happy with that one.
Yeah, exactly. And that's kind of, it says a lot about no moving. Now, like, Armani could have won there, you know, and
these
next 3 rounds, it's still anyone's game.
Sure is. If we get one more game where just one of these two guys are that far away, then that's definitely game over for one. It's just going to come down to who.
This could be the case here, too. In Russia again.
Russia's a tricky country. Who would you favor of these two in Russia?
That's actually a good question. Both players zoom in immediately to the antenna.
Neither one of them has kind of coined it as their prioritized big country to move around in.
No, that's a good.
What would you say?
I mean, I think they're both maybe equal. I actually don't know.
Who has studied under Finbar long enough to learn Russia? Yeah,
probably Armani.
We'll see if that's going to be the case or not. He at least is the first one to jump on the map. He seems very committed to a very specific area of the country, but we've seen Armani guess early before and been off by an inch, and here they are close to one another again, but Debre going further and further away.
Oh, just east of Chelyabinsk. That's funny.
Tell me why?
Because they both just kind of...
But, oh, wait. I'm just going to start singing.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
I'm sorry. No. I took away your moment, bro. I'm sorry. Round 8. This is going to be fun.
Sure is. Where are we?
Give me a second. I mean, it should just be Puerto Rico. We got the Puerto Rico antenna there, it looks like.
Okay. The smallest things, the smallest pixels can give away the locations, and for these players, of course, at the highest level you can possibly get to, they will take every single pixel and use it to their advantage. Quick pick down towards Puerto Rico for Armani. We'll see if Debre follows suit.
That will be the case. And look how close Debre was. That's kind of crazy.
Almost 5k, but not quite there. Small damage, but again, getting closer and closer to round 10. You need to start catching back up Armani.
Yeah, you're hoping your opponent there goes EMEA or Guam on that antenna. That was not the case. But it's something that does happen in the game with that antenna because it is found here, round 9. This is fun.
Into the forest we go.
Into the forest we go. Let's see what we have here. Immediately, like one of those locations that looks like Canada you could go Norway on type thing.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that you can go both, right, means that it could very quickly become game. We are seeing a quick scope in, though, from both of them towards the western part, over towards British Columbia.
Yeah, it could be. It's like BC or like PNW area, but both players, again, like, you could pick up big points here again.
Yeah. See,
the US is big.
Debre for a second looking down towards southern Oregon there. If that's a commitment, that's a pretty long distance in between them as well. This could definitely be game round 9. 5 times multiplier. Armani, one good pick here, could send Debre and him into the final round.
He needs a good guess here. I mean,
they're both looking down. They're not sure.
Toby, Armani could easily win here.
I mean, if we lock it in right here, that's game.
He's clicking border.
Yeah.
He's clicking border.
It's a hedge.
8 seconds, Toby. Armani.
He's flying all over the map. Debre can't do this to us.
Debre's in Idaho. He's slightly going more north. Is he going to stay? Someone gets big points here.
There is a big distance, and it is Debre once more. Close enough. Will it be game with it? No! 36 health. The comeback of the century would be upon us now if Armani can somehow crawl his way back into this one in round 10.
Let's show the audience.
We need a big country. We need a big country.
You know it's a big country?
Not Denmark.
Not Denmark. Indonesia. Indo.
We talked to Armani coming into. He said one of the countries he wants to practice more is Indo.
Yep.
Does he have it in him? Has he been? Oh, you see the reaction on his face. He knows this one is going to be tough.
You have the Noosa pole there with the long that long triangle thingy. That's the Noosa. So with water south. Not really winnable for Armani unless he goes like Timor and it's like West Noosa or something.
Debre has to miss crucial info here in order to let this one slip out of his hands.
It's actually technically winnable. If someone blunders and someone gets a really good guess here in the Noosas,
they don't need to be that far apart. 5.5 damage.
Wait, that's actually a really good point.
It doesn't have to be that wild on the map for the damage multiplier to play a big factor here. And he did manage to chip away a bit. He's down to at half health. Debre, that is, right?
36 points in a dream.
Still doable. Potentially, this is the last 15 seconds we'll see for Armani here in the group. I mean,
they're both like, you have to make a risky guess if you're Armani. You know, they're both kind of in the same. They're both on East Noosa right now, and this will be no points if they both stay.
Need to try and see if you can get it. Nope, not gonna happen. They both picked right, but unfortunately for Armani, it's not really gonna be good enough. He will fall as Debre comes out 2-0.
Debre not taking any losses today.
Huge plays coming through, and again, similar story to the one of Potopic earlier. I mean, Armani's playing good game.
Yeah, you can't be mad.
Outside of one bad pick, he had a phenomenal game all the way through.